It's time for cake number 4 at the Tokyo Bara 23 Sneaker Channel. Tokyo Bara 23 Sneaker Channel desu. Mainichi upsturu no de, mainichi mite kudasai. And every single day I bring you content from Tokyo, Japan. Usually it's about you know what, I've just realized, usually it's about sneakers. I've just realized how blue my shirt is, and I wonder what that's going to look like on the green screen. I already know that my cake here, or at least the bag, usually the last 3 cakes have been from what's it called now? Antenor, but this one's from Nakano. But for sure, I'll do that slowly, Nakano like that, because the green screen's probably making the word Nakano right here look pretty funky. But if I do that, hopefully the green screen's playing around with that. And I'm going to get this out of the way because the green screen looks kind of silly when you've got something green on there like that. So sorry, Nakano, that's going out of the way. But yeah, so we've done 3 cakes so far. Every Tuesday for the last 3 weeks has been 3 cakes from Antenor, but today it's Nakano. Now what this is a playlist that I'm doing for the Tuesday top 10. Every Tuesday I do a Tuesday top 10 about something or other. The previous Tuesday top 10 was about reasons why I like to live in Japan, and the 10th episode of that was about cakes and how the cakes sort of show how Japanese people have a really good balance between cost and quality. So it's not all about the cheapest, lowest quality. It's also, you pay a little bit extra to get good quality stuff. And the cakes, just like this one here, sort of represent that, and that got me started in on this playlist about cakes and delicious Japanese desserts. And here we are, we're in week 4, the 4th week of that on the Tuesday top 10. Usually it's about sneakers at this channel, usually something about sneakers or some upcoming sneaker releases and sneaker news and stuff like that. But today, because it's Tuesday and the Tuesday top 10 right now is about delicious Japanese desserts, we'll be getting into this cake real soon. But before that, it's a YouTube channel, and that means that you need to subscribe, so please do subscribe to the channel. It helps tremendously and I appreciate it very, very much. And as I am here in Tokyo, Japan, I do slip into Japanese and say Toroku onegaishimasu. Zehi Toroku onegaishimasu. Dondon channel ga okiku natteru no de Toroku shite kureru to tatsukaru no de Zehi Toroku o onegaishimasu. And as I was saying, I'm worried about this shirt. If this is going to be funny on the green screen at the back, I don't care. I'm still going to put it up there because part of the reason why I have a YouTube channel is to learn and to learn about videoing and shooting videos and stuff. And if I learn that the blue shirt on the green background doesn't work on green screen, it's a good piece of learning. Or I'll learn that the blue shirt on the green background does work. Now the worry though is that when I did the Nike Air Max 93 270s, my first ever sneaker, the blue swoosh on the side there melded in with the green screen at the back. So for all I know, all you're seeing is a pair of hands and a head, which actually would be really cool if I wore a green t-shirt and I was just a pair of hands and a head. Oh man, okay, that's getting the dendrites going. But you're not here to see me do that. You're here to see me unbox another cake and another delicious dessert. And here it is from Nakano. As always, so this is like a $5 cake. I don't know if that's expensive or not. People should tell me in the comments down below. I don't think it's expensive, especially when you see the cakes. They're extremely, extremely yummy. And it's in that little box as they usually are. This one here, there's the box. You can see that it's boxed up and the cake is nice and carefully protected. I don't know how easy you can see that on my iPhone, but the cake, the cake is about to be protected when I drop it on the floor. Is nice and protected in its own little protective case there, and then beside it in another protective case you have these ice bars to keep it cool, and they've actually put three in there. That's incredible. So that was where the ice was tucked into there to keep the cake nice and cool from buying it to getting it home. So I'll keep that. Maybe I'll keep that there because I think it's worth keeping hold of. Now I'm going to turn this around because I don't have my plates. I don't have my assistant here to hand me a plate. It's very, very sad. Tokyo Bara 23's assistant has gone home. He is sad. But this will act as my plate. And like I said, you've got that protective cover around the outside there to make sure that the food itself doesn't get damaged, which is very important. Presentation extremely important to Japanese people as I rip the box apart. So you've got the little piece of paper in there as well. You've got the spoon. I asked for a fork, but they'd run out of forks. So and then you've got the little protective cover on this. Ta-da! Here is today's delicious piece of dessert from Tokyo, Japan. So this was $5. I think that's a really good price to pay for something of this quality. Now this is plastic. as hopefully you can hear when I bang on that there. And it's a Japanese fruit called nashi. This white fruit here is called nashi, which translates into pear. Let me take that piece of paper off. But to me, it isn't pear. Pears are usually, in the UK anyway, they're usually sort of thin at the top and they go round and sort of bulbous at the bottom. So they're long, thin things that kind of get wider as they get to the bottom. But Japanese pears look identical to apples, only the skin colour is a little bit different on the outside. So it's a little bit different to what I would think of as a pear back home. But anyway, that's what we've got here. We've got the pears. There's a grape right there. I think they call it muscat. I don't know if that's a grape or if we call it muscat as well. I think that's raspberry, which is my all-time favourite fruit. So because it's my all-time favourite fruit, I'm going to start with that bit of raspberry there and see if I can wedge it off the side. Oh, it's all stuck together. Ooh, there we go. Oh my goodness. I want to hold this up to the camera so that you can see it's in this kind of jello effect. I don't really know what the jello is going to taste like, but there's the raspberry there. So let's start with that. That's a good raspberry. I love raspberries. In Scotland, we used to go picking fruit and we'd make it into jam. So strawberries and raspberries were really popular for us to do that back home. And then the muscat or grape. I think it's a grape. I might be wrong. Please tell me in the comments down below if I'm wrong. Again, with that jelly. The jelly, let me just grab the jelly. Yeah, it's really a tasteless jelly. And then the fruit. That was melon. Oh, that was a surprise. I was expecting a grape, and it was melon. And really soft, and it's been chilled, so it's been refrigerated, so it's very, very delicious. And then into the nashi. Ooh, I nearly dropped that. The Japanese pear, very white. Because it's crunchy, a bit crunchy. I like chilled Japanese pear, so if you do ever have a Japanese pear, chilling it in the fridge is a very good idea. Now, I don't know if there's any way for me to translate this into like a visual thing for you to be able to see. But like I said, I tried to say that they're kind of crunchy, so I'm going to try and see if you can hear this, okay? I don't know if you're able to hear that, but I don't remember British pears being that crunchy like Japanese pears are, but these are kind of crunchy. Oh, that's delicious. Oh. It's a funny old country. These are, look at this beautiful little thing. I'm curious what this white bit down the bottom is going to be. I'll give you a better look at that. That was a bit too fast. But you can see that there's the kind of jelly layer up in the middle there that the fruit is all resting on. But then at the bottom here, you've got this white layer. So it'll be interesting to see what that is. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to eat one of the last pieces of pear. I'm going to keep the last piece of pear there because I think, now, last week, was it last week? Yes, it was last week when we did the peach. And I talked about trying to, it had so many layers on it, that peach one. And I talked about trying to get every layer, it was a big thing too, so I could eat with all of the layers together playing off of each other. And I'd like to do that with this piece of pear here, so I'm going to keep that. But for now, I'm just going to cut into the jelly on the side and grab that piece of white. And we'll see what that is. It's quite sweet. Wasn't expecting that. Not entirely sure what flavour that is. Wow, that's interesting. That's quite sweet. And now what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and mix all three together, which is going to be very difficult on this tiny little spoon that I got from the store. I want to get the white and the jelly and the pear all in a oneer. Oh, I think I've got it. Oh. I said exactly the same thing last week, that the people who do this, and people who make these desserts, they know, scientifically they know which things go well together to hit that taste buds. And when I ate all three together like that, I'm out of pear, so I can only eat the two final layers now. I can't do the three layers, including the pear. But they know that putting those together is going to create a certain combination that's going to be quite delicious, and that is what that was just now. It was quite delicious having the 3 layers. I dropped a bit on the side. Fortunately, they put some napkins in there for me. So I'm going to try and finish this off. I think the only way to do it is to drink it. So I'm going to drink this. That was quite delicious. I'd say of the 4 desserts that I've had so far, I mean, we started with, did we start with the chocolate one, then the choux cream, then the peach, and now then here with the grapes. And I wanted to go with a fruit one this week because the previous 3 had been very sweet, kind of cake or tarty, and this was more of like a fruit or a trifle or something. And of the 4, I'd say that this is a delicious one, but it's not astronomically out of this world delicious like the other ones were. It was a good solid dessert. Of course, Nakano, thank you very much. I'll bring you guys back in, even though you're going to go out on the green screen. Thank you, Nakano. As I say in all of my videos, I'm not sponsored by these people, but it is quite delicious. And I do pay for the desserts myself, and it is quite delicious, and I appreciate it very, very much. But of the 4 that I've had so far, this is definitely 4th at the moment. So hopefully it won't stay in that, biri, as they say in Japanese, last place. But maybe, because there are some excellent desserts. I was looking at the shop today, and there's some amazing desserts out there. But for now, it's time for me to sign off. Thank you for checking in to watch my 4th episode. In one of the videos, I had a big chunk of cream on my chin that I didn't realise until I watched it back. But I'm not editing that out, so if I have mistakes like that in my video, just live with it, please. But yes, thank you for checking in my 4th episode of the Tuesday Top 10 about delicious Japanese desserts. And I'll be back again next week with the 5th instalment. Of course, I'll be back again tomorrow with another instalment about sneakers. But for now, it's time for me to sign off. Thank you guys for checking out my content. And as I do drop content every single day, you can guarantee that you will see me tomorrow.